Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Captain of Industry. Let's get back to it. It's been in real life, it's been quite a few days since I last played. So before hitting record, just kind of checking things out. There's definitely some areas that need to be improved, but I think our main focus right now has been on getting our new copper production up and running. We're just waiting on some building parts to be delivered. Rubber of all things here, which shouldn't be a problem, right? Let's just check that real quick. Do we have rubber over here just sitting backed up? Let's turn truck export on here. Just maybe shorten the trip our trucks need to make to pick up rubber. We have a bunch stored up, so that shouldn't be an issue since it is a building material. Okay, these guys are starting to load up sand. That's another thing we need to look at is how we're going to kind of shorten the distance for supplying sand over here. Not sure if we'll be able to do that right away or once we start really terraforming this whole area back. What else? What else? We have desalination we were starting to work on. And that was to supply water up to these guys, I believe. And that main water line is here, right? Yep. We can call this water. And then we were talking about how to route that in. Let's see what this guy needs and what it's doing. Okay, it has seawater. We need to desalinate, right? This guy needs regular water. I think we were looking at the thermal desalination. Let's see if we can find that. There's our thermal desalinator. 60 seawater. It's going to output brine, which we can for now maybe dump. And we need to have a source of steam. Hi, we talked about this area being used to grow to grow corn, potentially turn it into food, and then burn that to produce steam and power generation. We could borrow some of that steam once that was up and running. See, we're short on workers. Looks like we may have a little health issue going on. No active disease. Health is down to water pollution. Looks like that's the main contributor. Unity looks okay. Okay, how do we want to do this area down here? We need to get this filled up. One more level, too. This guy, I suppose we can just reset. Thought it would self-recover. It hasn't. Let's recruit workers just to get... Well, let's look at these messages up at the top right and get those cleared real quick. Can recruit from there. Recruit from there. We have plenty of unity. And where else? Recruit from there. That might be it. Did I miss a colony? I think we're good. Ship is not crewed, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, tree harvester has no trees to harvest. We can mark... Yeah, I just can't get to the trees yet. We can mark all of these, really, right? Is there any reason not to mark these? There's a tree you can get to it. They're really just in the way. Now that we can import wood, we don't really need the trees. Although they do provide kind of a nice aesthetic. It would have been nice to kind of incorporate that into our design, to leave some trees around, but a little tough when you're cramped for space. All right, there's that. Actually, that warning went away. Okay, mine control tower has no available designations. That is this guy. And you are doing some simple mining of stone areas. And it looks like that's done. Can I do fill? designations there. Yeah, let's change these all to fills. Flat. Oh, we want this all too, right? Hard to tell where. There we go. Now I can see. This all needs to be 2. And let's make sure that we stay within that mind control tower's area of influence, since that's going to force the dirt for fill. It looks like we have a little bit of stone that got dropped here. Let's look at the designation for this area to make sure we're still filling with dirt. I think we have some stone here or some slag that we're going to need to mine out. Okay, where is that one? This one is the big guy. Okay, that is all set to dirt. Let's change the area on this one. Okay, that's going to only allow dirt to be dumped in that area. And then let's widen this out some more. We can clear out these used designations. They're done. And let's extend this out. Boom. And I don't think I need this little waterway here. We'll pipe water up if we have to. If we end up needing water. Let's get rid of these ones. Let's have this all be 2. And then clear out some of this. And we'll just leave it there until we... Well, looks like this will work. Let's fill this in. We'll expand this mind control tower area further out before we fill this up. Just don't want that to get filled up with stone or slag or anything. Excavator's kind of sitting idle. Could repurpose that. He was able to work his way around this way, around our new power plant. Let's take the trucks off, take the excavator off, and let's assign the excavator somewhere where it can at least do some work, maybe even the terraforming. That's limestone. Do we need limestone? Yeah, we could. Where's our terraforming tower? I'm thinking of, in order to resupply our limestone and make use of that excavator that's just sitting idle, we could just chip away off to the left here a little bit, and that's going to eat into the limestone. So that would be terraforming crew. Let's click one of these guys, find the mine tower. Boom. That's this guy, general terraforming. Let's have these guys chew up a little bit more this direction. I'll probably overwhelm my storage now with too much limestone, but let's just do a row like that. See what we get. While I'm here, I can clear out this noise, all this completed designations. That looks like it's all done. That looks done. Here's a bunch of fill designations done. Looks like we have more to do there. Mining designations. For a while the terraforming was going so painfully slow. Now I almost can't keep up with it. All right, what else? Tree harvester's complaining. Skip that. Don't care. Keep out of that. Kill you. North Fill Tower has no designations. North Fill Tower. That may be the thing we were just looking at. Where are you? Where is your designation? Way down here. Bunch of stuff is done here. This whole thing, is this whole thing done? Oh, it's filled. I see. Everything's filled. Let's, this was saying dirt only. That's fine. Let's just, we can fill this in too. We'll do these level 2. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are these level 1 or level 2? These look like they're completed, right? Oh man, the color with the sand is a problem for my eyes. I can't tell if those are active or not. It sure looks like that's all been mined flat, right? I think that probably comes off, and that is now flat terrain. This whole area is clear. In fact, we can clear all of this maybe, because I can't see it. Cannot see it so well. Okay, I want to determine if this is at level 1 or level 2. This is all at level 1, huh? And this is level 2. Level 2, level 2, level 2. And then somehow we're down here at level 1. This is level 2. Okay. Let's grab that tower again. Don't think we're going to cover up the sand by doing this, but we have some level 1 stuff in here. I just want to make sure this is all level 2. Misclicked there. Let's grab this again. Edit the area. Let's make this really big. And then basically I want this all to be filled to level 2. That mind control tower I think is limited to dirt. I'm doing it this way just because my eyes. I mean, doing this massive fill designation just because my eyes. I can't tell what's been filled and what hasn't. I wonder if that'll override those. All right, now they have stuff to fill. That should be fine. Nothing to mine. I see. That guy was mining up little rock outcrops, I think. So like here, we're at level 2. Are we at level 2? Let's erase some of this. Yeah, we're at level 2, so there are some little rocky outcroppings here we could kind of mine down. Do it. We did this before. Downward slope. Can I get what I want? And then this would be, yeah, down to level 1 here. Not a ramp. Yes, it wants to ramp because it's next to something. Let's clear out just the immediate perimeter. So this all down to 1. Basically, we're just scooping out rock here. Maybe we can just take advantage of that. And we'll fill that with dirt. We may not even put farms here, but it'll give that excavator something to do. And it'll get rid of that warning. Copper mining crew has no designation. I think they were actually working on terraforming. Copper mining crew, let's see their area. Yeah, they're way over here. Down to +2. We just got to give them more designations. Let's do it. Clear and all that. Mining designation, leave it flat. We'll go down to level 2, and then we'll just kind of do a special job to take out this last little layer of rock here. Most of this is just dirt, several layers deep, which is kind of cool. That'll keep those guys from crying. Copper ore. Yeah, eventually we should get these guys back onto mining and starting to fill up this copper ore hopper so it can be ground down. But it's not urgent. Okay, finally, all the warnings are gone. We have a new research done. Everything looks okay. Maintenance is 100%. I haven't looked at the edicts in quite a while. Let's get back to this. Finally. Finally. All right. Desalination. We need to desalinate. How are we going to do it? We said we are going to do the thermal desalinator, but we need to get this guy steam. This guy puts out, what, 120 every 60 seconds. And this guy does 60. So it's a 2-to-1. And what do you need? You just need steam and a way to dump. Wonder if I should go into planning mode for this. Get rid of these designations. Just thinking about how I want this to happen. Tempted to run a dump like right next to this thing. Then we could scale it that way, like water, seawater pumping, and then brine dumping. Eventually we'll make use of the brine. But if we have multiple seawater pumps, maybe we could do them kind of alternate. And then set this up so that the desalinators are kind of in a row. Kind of like in this long form that we did. Like the blast furnace, casters, kind of all in a nice line. Do something similar here with our water, our clean water production. So let's do dump, liquid dump. Can always rip this out later once we don't need it. Are we going to be able to place it? How close will it go? Collision with the seawater pump. Collision with the seawater pump. Okay, it looks like it'll take it there. Want to bring it back? Just thinking how long we want this little channel of water to be. Like we can terraform this land in, right? And fill it and just have a channel of water down here. We could also import water down the road and not have to worry about any of this, but let's bring that back a little bit. And that's as close as it can be. There's our seawater pump. Thermal desalinators. I should do this in planning mode. Let's do it in planning mode. If I can get a little more familiar with that. Steam. How are we doing it over here? We're distilling it, right? Over at the other area where we're using this water. We're running a distiller with just coal. We don't need the steam. It's kind of nice with the simplicity, but I'm guessing looks like maybe there's more pollution, right? Not really, because we're gonna have to burn something to get our steam. But we'll try the thermal desalination. That's later in the tech tree. I'm guessing it's better. We need 2 of these. They're going to take ocean water. Still thinking how to route these. I think this one I want to have flipped. Something like that. Seawater's going to come in. Steam is going to feed in. Desalinated water. Or this salt water can come out the brine, sorry. Let's do... What do you put out? 24. 24 brine comes out of here. We just do something like this. There's our brine going out. Steam coming in. Gonna guess that steam's gonna come over from this direction. Somewhere from that direction, maybe. Maybe right in here we have boilers or something. So how about an elevated pipe? This one probably needs to be bigger. Steam pipe. And then I need to get water too. The seawater into here. Seawater. Do we just want to do that one on the ground? 120. How do we want to do that? Can I hop that? Ooh, I'll take it. Okay, that's the seawater coming in. And then the steam pipe. We can start with a level 2, and I'm thinking of running this up. Don't know if can I. Oh man, I can go straight over that. Sweet. What I want. That is what I want. Tall like that. Tall like that. Awesome. That's going to be the steam coming in. I think I need to toggle the direction on these. Can't really see it from up here, but yeah, no, that's good. Coming in this way, boom and boom. Kind of like it. This needs a setting for brine. Ooh, 60, right? It'll only ever get... It's only ever going to get 48. Oh, we could actually use low pressure steam on this too. Don't think we will. Don't think we will. That's not bad right there. That's going to get us, what, 48, 96? 96 water per minute. And in theory, what will these need to scale up? 96. Well, these guys don't need much at all. 6 times 6 is 36. So one of those is going to do us fine for a good long time, right? Seems like it. Now we got to get our finished product out of here, the water. Guess it could weave into this mess. It's a little messy to do that. We could come in through here and then come across. Oh, kind of almost makes sense, right? To do that, let's see if we can get a level 2 pipe up. This one's going to have to wiggle. I'm okay with it doing that too. Don't mind. Not for this particular application, I don't mind. Okay, there's our water. And then this comes across. Up, up, up. Probably want a ramp, right? Or something here? Before we block paths. Maybe we should. Might be good planning for the future here. Let's right click on that. Buildings for vehicles, small, medium. Probably small is all we need. Placement's going to be a little tricky. How do we want to do this? I guess we'll run that pipe right down the middle. And then I just want to make sure I have enough room to come out of here and go up, but I think I will. I think I'll have plenty. I think it's going to be something like that. We're in planning mode. Let's grab a pipe. Level 2 pipe. I'll take the one from the middle, I guess. These can always be changed later. Boom. And we want to climb. And why am I not getting a little connecty signal? There we go. Kind of like how that's turning out. I like how that's turning out a lot. This probably is not going to line up, but we'll see. Maybe I got lucky. You're going to give me an extra pillar, huh? Pillars. Let's see if I can have less pillars. Apparently not. Apparently I'm going to have pillars. That's fine. Nothing I can do about it with my current skill set, knowledge about how pipes work, or the pillars work. Okay. Okay, we can get a lot closer before we do that. Seems reasonable. I like it. I like it. Well, I'm sure. Oh, what do I have going on here? What's going on with the worker shortage? Oh, what's going on with the worker shortage? Did we just go through some kind of sickness thing while I had my head in the sand here? Looks like I might have. I don't know. I have no idea. Wasn't paying attention. I'll have to go back and look. Yeah, or it's just these things, these new buildings coming online. Let's unpause all this. Let's see, planning mode. Pause tool. Can I unpause all that? That looks like that's working, right? Get that queued up and going. That's going to be nice. That's going to be nice. All right, let's take a look at the edicts. I noticed the traffic's busy too, or vehicle traffic is showing as busy. What do we have for edicts? Where are you? Growth boost. Health is too low. Health boost. Increase safety conditions to get an extra 10. What do we have for industrial edicts? Maintenance reducer. I kind of need to keep that going. Fuel saver is not as urgent. Don't think. We might give that one up for a bit. Let's give that up for a bit and maybe boost health or something. Not crazy about losing all these workers. Can adopt from a few places. It helps us a little bit. But we're not keeping up due to health issues. kind of a big deal. Electronics, household goods. I mean, if we earn more unity, we could use it to boost the health, or we could reduce our water pollution. Looks like that's the big thing. Sawmill, oil rig, all that's fine. The oil rig, look at this. Let's turn down the oil rig. That'll free up some workers too. And free up some unity for us. Let's do that. That seems reasonable. Stored product. Yeah, we have more than we can even make use of at the moment. Back over here to the current project at hand. Okay, these guys are still doing terraforming. How are things looking? Is the first line up and running? Looks like it almost is. What's missing here? Copper. Copper's missing. Maybe it's time. Does that have... Oh, this has some crushed copper. Okay, what's going on here? Does it not belt it out? It belted out. You have everything. What do you need that you don't have? And coal. Exhaust? Did I put exhaust up? I don't see it. Did I forget exhaust? No, there it is, right? It's being piped somewhere, probably nowhere. Yeah, it looks like maybe exhaust needs to be vented out. Oh, yeah, we were going to pipe that out just in a way that we can recycle it later. That's why we're kind of collecting it in these heavy pipes. That's what's holding up our production. Let's look at that real quick in the recipes for exhaust, what we can do. I don't know that we can do it right now. Exhaust scrubber. Low steam. Carbon dioxide. Exhaust scrubber. Takes 180 exhaust and water. We've got water in this kind of complex already kind of coming in. Yeah, let's look at that again. Exhaust and water, and out comes sulfur. We need a place to dump or use. Gotta have a production chain for that in place, I think, before we do it, right? Carbon dioxide we can vent temporarily. And then steam low we can run through cooling tower and just feed the water back through somehow. And maybe have a priority somewhere around here, maybe. We put a pipe balancer. So the fresh water that's been desalinated comes in only if the recycled or the water coming in from our exhaust processing is not available. Then this water will come in. Otherwise, we'd prioritize from the exhaust kind of scrubbing stuff. Where would we want to do all of this so it's not in the way if we wanted to scale this out later? This might be all we ever need. I just don't know. Where are you? Here's the exhaust scrubber. Not too big. Let's temporarily, before we go after that, let's temporarily just vent out this pollution. What we need to do that... How much are you guys going to kick out? 36. 36 per minute. So I need a level 2 pipe if I want to have 2 of these. Feed in. Yeah, there's my level 2 pipe. How about we, just for now, quick deliver that one. And let's run smokestack. How much can you take out? 60. They're going to make me use a large smokestack. a big deal. These aren't very expensive. Is it huge? That's not bad. So this is temporary just to get us going. And then we'll look at sulfur production lines, all that kind of stuff, and try and have that in place, or at least planned for, before we scrub our exhaust and clean it. Do want to do that probably soon too. So yeah, this is almost ready to go. In fact, just hooking up that little extra section of pipe seems to have kicked this off. We have copper. We do have a batch of copper plates. Okay, that's doing its thing. You should be pretty happy. Okay, we got to figure out what we want to do with copper plates, and we got to get water. We need to see this water working. Am I missing something obvious here? Why do these show is not connected? Oh, Steam. 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 We're going to have to do something temporary for Steam, I think. What can we do for Steam temporary? We don't have coal being routed out here either. Oh man, that's kind of rough. It's not routed by conveyor. It's just being driven out here. We could maybe get by. Trucking shows stable right now. But man, that's not so great. That's not so great. Edicts. Let's go back to this real quick. I want to turn off fuel saver for a little bit. And I want to turn on the health boost. See if we can't get some extra people to start coming into the island. We'll see if that helps. Yeah, what are we going to do for Steam? Oh, man. Can I burn sulfur? That would be nice. Let's look at our options. We need high pressure steam. Is it steam high or something? Let's see how it's shown. We get a bunch of options. Coal, biomass, animal feed. This is what we're going to do. I just don't think I have the land available to do this yet. Right? It's going to be this area. We could look to force the issue and put down greenhouses or something. It's going to be somewhere like this is just going to be a whole mess of greenhouses is what I envision. And then some form of power production. So power production would be nice right here, actually. Not this greenhouse footprint here, but where this greenhouse is sitting, this area would be not bad for kind of power production. And then all this, just a huge array of farms. And then the ability to expand this line of copper production out. So leave this land free and maybe start some farms over this way or something. But that land needs to be terraformed before we can do it. What could we do? We could do temporary farm. We could build a farm, do corn, turn that into animal feed, and just know that it's going to start out as temporary. We do have water production we can tap into and expand. We could tap into that to irrigate our farms a bit. And just test out this kind of corn power. Use an animal feed. Then we wouldn't have to bring coal all the way over. Man, I'm just not sure. We'd like to kind of test it out. We could do it. It's going to take workers that we don't have yet. let's look at that real quick. The corn, the processing of corn into animal feed, and then running the animal feed through a boiler. So here's the boiler part. We're going to get exhaust, which we can run through our exhaust cleaning. 72 feed per minute. Get 48 steam. I wonder how much crop that is. You know, how many farms do you need to actually sustain that? Corn to animal feed. Okay, you get 72 for every 60 corn, but how fast does corn produce? Maybe I'm tempted to just dive in, right? Just do it. Not worry too much. We could branch the water off this way and feed some farms. And then farm production down. We look to prioritize some of this landfill. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get a greenhouse down here. Water. Doesn't matter. I think this is temporary. Let's do... Takes me forever to place a building. That'll do. And let's take this water and route it over. Pipe level 2, boom. You can stay high. I'm just thinking right now about, do we want a ramp going through here so that trucks can get through, excavators can get through if they want to. They can kind of go around. We'll try to, if we cross this path again, we'll try to keep another ramp available, or make use of ramps for that. That's a little better. I'll take it. So that's water. There's a farm. Ooh, man, we're going to have to terraform over here too. It's right on the side of the hill. And then we're going to turn that into, let's do corn, 4 months, and I guess green manure. Look at these one more time. Amount of extra fertility needed on average for the current crop rotation in order to reach the target fertility level. Can we set this level? I see. What's it supposed to be? Okay, amount of extra fertility needed on average given the current crop rotation. So if I wanted to be at 100%, oh man. So is this telling me, let's see, fertility of 4.5% for 2 months. This is a 4-month crop. So fertility affects crop yield. With 60% fertility, there will only be 60% yield. Most crops consume fertility by growing. Fertility replenishes naturally when below 100, or it can be increased by growing crops that provide fertility. Growing the same crops after each other increases fertility. Oops. Growing the same crops after each other increases their fertility consumption. They rotate different crops. Fertility equilibrium is a value to which the soil fertility will converge naturally for the current crop schedule. So it's going to get to, I'm guessing this is telling me that with what we have here, we'll have 91% crop fertility. We're going to have 2, 4, 6 months idle. And then I believe that's 4 months to grow the corn. And we're only going to get 83 corn. Let's try this. Let's try this for the heck of it. Usually I just do 1 green crop. Ideally, we'd have fertilizer. We don't. Not yet. That's going to have to come way, way, way later. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. How much steam we burn, and then we'll do another. We'll do another greenhouse up above this. We're gonna need workers. I think workers is gonna be our issue for running this. We are gonna free up workers once we tear down this old copper production. In fact, we can probably turn copper imports off on this guy soon. Maybe not right this second. Tell you what, let's wrap it there. Right now, we've got desalination set up. We have exhaust set up. Just shoot it into the sky and pollute. We'll get to cleaning exhaust later. And right now, what we're working on for our new copper production is steam for the desalinators so we can get that fresh water. And I'm going to try to do it with biofuel. May not be the most efficient, but at least we won't have to truck it across the island by using coal. And then we can also, and when we run the boilers, we can actually process the exhaust over this way here somewhere too. Maybe we'll have that exhaust scrubbing up this way and just have it take exhaust from the power production and our smelting operation. We'll see. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Maintenance is holding up. Food, I checked before we started this episode. I think it's fine. We have tons. Let's see where it leaves off here. Yeah, way back here. In fact, we could just look on the inventory, right? How do we even get to that? There we go. Does it show food? Man, look at all these products. Oh my goodness, this game. It has grown since I first played, that's for sure. Where is the food? It's alphabetical. Is it vegetables? There it is. Yeah, 4,300 vegetables. It's not too bad. Just heard one of our cargo ships head out. Diesel's looking great. Yeah, diesel's looking good. We're trying to boost the health. So yeah, next episode, we'll come back and keep focusing on this updated copper. We're going to need to kind of reprioritize some of the landfill in this area. With the thinking that we're going to do our power production or steam production over here somewhere, I think. And power production eventually is going to move over here. So this is our first power production setup. This is completely redundant. We could almost tear it out. Once we need the land, this goes bye-bye. Maybe we'll burn through the coal, or I'll just put it on a belt and reverse the belt, send it somewhere else. This is our newest coal production. This is also potentially temporary. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'd love to get to 100% biofuel, not have to worry about coal. Same thing with the oil. Be nice not to have to use the oil and worry about that either. Just as a challenge, you know. See if we could do it. Yeah, that's it for now. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Appreciate all of your suggestions and comments. Also, special thanks to those of you that have been giving the videos a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. Easy to forget, but very much appreciated when you do remember to click that like button. And I'll see you all in the next episode.